Ken's put on. This year we have you here, and we're fortunate to have you here both here tonight. And I want to turn it over to you, Congressman Petronas, my friend, doing a great job for us. Please say whatever you think.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you all for being here, Lynette. Thank you for opening your home. Byron, welcome to the greatest district in the state of Florida.
Well played. I was thinking it's a paradise, not getting to paradise.
Trying to stir the pot a little bit.
Trump was right about everything.
So, truly, there's not a member of Congress that the president, at least in my opinion, trusts more than Byron. He would not have given him his endorsement of support to be the governor of the greatest state in the country if he didn't love this man. He trusts this man. He's got a beautiful family. He's got great kids. And you know what? He's constantly, when you see him on the floor, he's constantly working with other members, trying to figure out how to bring things in for a landing. You've got a one-seat majority right now in the House of Representatives. It's a tough time in America. The Democrats, they will vote against every tax break, vote for every tax hike. Anything that the president wants, they are 100% against. So it's a lot of work to be able to bring these policies in for landing, just like the one big beautiful bill. But this is what we're going to miss about Byron is going to be the gain of the state of Florida. You know, so look, we've got some huge shoes to fill in Southwest Florida. There's only about 30 people running for a seat. It's he's got like 3 former members of Congress from other parts of the country that have all relocated there because they want to be in his district.
Wow.
So I mean, but that's the type of hype that creates when you have somebody who creates a huge vacuum of space. Everybody wants to go fill that void. And that's what you're getting with Byron. It is incredible to have him here in our backyard. Sometimes people think about Northwest Florida as lower Alabama, but to me, the central time zone is the one that's always the insurance policy that the state always stays ready. So really, you know, get a chance if you have not gotten a photo with Byron, if you haven't shaken his hand, if you haven't invited him to be a part of whatever you've got as your network of friends, that's important. But I got to tell you, he can't do this without your investment. Everybody here in the room, I hope you're investors in this company, okay? Because if you're investors, you're shareholders. If you're shareholders, you get to spend some time with the CEO and you get to help steer the direction that this great state is going. Y'all, my friends, Byron Donald.
We've been blessed to have this candidate. We are blessed to have Donald.
I'm leaving that job. I got to leave that one to Jimmy to make America. First of all, thank you. Your hospitality has been tremendous. And it's not just opening your home. You're like running around here doing everything. So I see it, and I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. Commissioner, thank you, my friend. Absolutely. Jimmy?
Oh, and hey, I love you too. Hey, I know Michelle's here somewhere. I'd like to give a shout out to our state, but Michelle's got to go back to Tallahassee next week.
Oh, no.
And she's got
They're not on Monday.
Week after next. Anyway, thank you for being here, but thank you for continuing to fight for this. And then our amazing state attorney, Ginger Madden. Thank you so much for being here.
So real quick, Michelle's about to see a week like we had this week in D.C. Very interesting when you were trying to figure out foreign surveillance or special sessions. Either way, it's a little crazy. So have fun with that. May the Lord bless you and keep you. I'll be real brief. Actually, a personal point of privilege to my good friend Frank White. Frank and I, what most people don't know, we were seatmates in the Florida House. And by the way, what Jimmy said about me darting around the floor, Frank could tell you I was doing the same thing when I was in the Florida House. So sometimes I would be on the other side of the floor talking about a bill we're trying to get done, and the board would light up, and I look at Frank, and I'm like, hey. So it's good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I want to talk briefly about our city. It's the best. It's not close. The other 49 are trying to find a way to catch us. The only way they can is if we are divided as a state. And what do I mean by that? We're a Republican state, everybody knows it. Other states are trying to figure this thing out. but I want to tell you a story about how we became a Republican state. There was a man that we serve with today. His name is Dan Webster. Dan Webster was the first Republican Speaker of the House in Florida since Reconstruction. And when you talk to Dan today, who now serves in Congress with Jimmy and myself, and I go to him and I say, Dan, how did this thing happen? How did Florida go from blue to purple? And he sits back and he says, Byron, we didn't do anything. He said, the Democrats ran the state. We watched the Democrats fight each other and knife each other and kill each other politically. And we just started adding this seat and that seat, and before you knew it, we had a majority. And from that time forward, we've not looked back in the state of Florida. We are on the hottest run of conservative, common sense policy of any state in America. We have now become what California used to be. California used to be the state of great weather, great coastline, beautiful water, innovation, opportunity, kids going to get their education, families building out what they used to call the California dream. And now it's a California nightmare. So now I'm running for governor. And here is my promise. Before we get to any policy, our mission is to make sure that the Florida dream, which people are now choosing more than anywhere else in America, that dream is alive and well, not just over the next 4 years, but over the next 30. It is a commitment to conservatism and common sense. It's a commitment to just being smart and working with each other, even when we have some disagreements. And I'll tell you, having served in an all-Republican legislature, when Frank and I were in Tallahassee, there were disagreements. You can answer, give me the phone. They're calling in for a message right now, and I got one.
My wife, Brian. You get to meet her at the next party.
I would have been like, why are you not here? I'm just kidding. But that's what it's about. There's disagreements. I mean, look, I've been married 23 years. I have 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
My wife is a type A personality, all go, no stop.
She's awesome.
There are disagreements. But it's not about the things that we disagree on. It's about the vision for the future that we have to keep as our North Star. In Florida, that vision is going to be built around several things. Number one, protecting the beauty of our state. We're gonna grow, but we gotta protect that beauty. We need growth management plans for the various regions of Florida. The Panhandle needs a growth management plan. Just like Southwest Florida, where I live, needs a growth management plan. How do we balance our beauty and future growth? That's gonna be essential for the future of our state. It's about power. We are going to need more baseload power in our state. We are going to need another natural gas pipeline in our state. If you want to have a thriving economy, it is always built on cheap and readily affordable energy. It's about fixing a lot of the things in our government today. Just because we're the best state in America doesn't mean we have it all figured out. It's about modernizing state government and local government, making sure that we are using every dollar that the people of Florida give us as efficiently as possible to provide the services that they rely on. Police and fire, emergency personnel, parks, road management, road maintenance. That's a part of the thing that we're gonna have to do. It is about growing our economy. Being here in the Panhandle is actually really special because what's really possible between Pensacola and Cape Canaveral and every rural county in between is a possibility to bring some manufacturing back to these fiscally constrained counties. The counties that lost the mill and the economy went down. In today's economy in our state, with what's happening at Cape Canaveral, where we're gonna be doing 1,000 space launches out of the state of Florida, we can actually build the manufacturing capacity in our state for the future of our state and balance that with our agricultural lands in our rural fringe, so that we also protect Florida. We can do these things. The last piece, and this is one thing, this is the first thing I talked about when I got in this race for governor, finance. I don't know if anybody's been to South Florida recently, but every captain of industry is fleeing California, fleeing New York, and fleeing Illinois because those states are stupid.
Well put.
And they're coming somewhere. And you know where they're choosing to go? They're choosing to go to the free state of Florida.
That's right.
But the future of our state is always going to be our kids. We've already announced a couple of policy initiatives. One of them is called Launchpad. The purpose of the Launchpad initiative is to work with industry to provide the apprenticeships that our young people need while they're in high school. To give our kids who aren't going to FSU, and I'm a Seminole, I'm Noble-blooded, but for the kids who aren't going to FSU, or aren't going to UF or Miami or USF, what about those kids? How are they getting the skills, the credentials, and the pathway so that when they walk across that stage of high school, they can go to a job, put food on the table, and begin to build the Florida dream for themselves? The way I was afforded to build a Florida dream when I moved here 30 years ago at 17 years old. It's about those kids. It's about making sure our kids, all of them, are on a pathway to success, so that no matter which route they choose, they know that when they graduate our schools, they are graduating from the best K-12 system, not just in America, but in the world. This is what's in front of us if we plan right. This is what's in front of us if we're focused on the North Star. I'm gonna tell you my North Star. I've been saying it all over the state. I've been in 57 counties, 57 of 67. And we're gonna get to the final 10.
Sorry.
You got kids too. So that's how you know it's over. We're joking. That's why the kids are done. The kids are over. They left in the show. The kids are over. But that's a good thing. We effectively killed it. I'm 47 years old. When I'm 77, when my time is done, I'm done with politics. I want to sit in my fire pit in Naples, Florida, with a cigar and a glass of tequila, and marvel that the state of Florida is still the best state in America.
Yes.
That's after your number 50.
That's why I'm running. That's why I'm doing this. Really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for opening up the home. And God bless you guys.
All right.
Thank you.